So let's welcome our next team, Lortnoc Tahc.
Thank you all. We have built natural language encryption to help us bypass the Chat Control Act. So by show of hands, I want to know who has heard of the Chat Control Act. Okay, cool. So for those that are not as familiar, the Chat Control Act has been in discussion for years, and a version of it was passed just 4 days ago that allows tech companies and governments to read every message that you send on messaging platforms. This is a huge privacy violation, and it's unfortunately really hard to onboard people to existing decentralized messaging solutions. So we thought, why don't we figure out a way to solve this problem where the people already are? That is why we built Lortnoc Tahc, which is chat control spelled backwards.
We have been lucky enough to find quite a funky way of storing encrypted information within unencrypted platforms. We're using artificial intelligence to decode the actual messages to the platforms that they can spy on. But we don't believe that's the end destination for any kind of communications. We are here in Web3. So we're thinking about it in such a way that now you can use it today, but tomorrow you don't need our platform. So we actually managed to build the platform that you need tomorrow as well.
And now we're going to jump into the demo.
So for the actual form of how it's working, we decided to go with a browser extension because the terms of service of Telegram aren't broken in this way in any shape or form. We are able to do an elliptic curve-based handshake between devices where we don't need to share any passphrase between one another, and we can just detect a connection that then allows us to write with one another. You can see this starting garble communication. That's actually the garble exchange. After the garble exchange, all of the additional messages, we are seeing them in the clean form, but if you hover over it, here you see what Telegram is actually storing. And if you could send me some message as your grandson, that would be amazing. Now the message is actually going through the process where it gets converted to bytes. Only those bytes are then sent to a GPT-2 model to create a couple variations of responses that can be deterministically decoded back to the original message. We are then using zero-G compute to look at all of these different options and decide the one that sounds the most natural. They still don't sound natural enough, but in a couple of weeks at the speed of acceleration, they will. Then the correct option actually gets sent. I get to see it on my device, but Telegram sees a couple paragraphs of some text. Now, we are still in the Telegram, and that's a platform that we shall be moving out of. So here comes the business. Within the extension, you get to send 10 messages that are encrypted for free. But then if you want to continue, get unlimited messages, you do have to go ahead and get to the Lortnoc Tahc DM.
So within Lortnoc Tahc DM, basically, we've already gone through the onboarding process with this user. So we can talk a little bit about the tech behind it, but basically, it's a decentralized messaging platform. And there's a lot of decentralized messaging platforms, right? But it's really hard to get users onboarded. So we think that this model of onboarding people natively in Telegram and other existing applications, and then using that as a hook to get them into the decentralized platform is the way to get decentralized messaging to actually take off.
We're automatically assuming that you will want to port over your Telegram handle into the Lortnoc Tahc. So the moment you click on it, you get two features in one. One of them is an unlimited amount of encrypted messages within the Telegram, but at the same time, you're potentially converting your friends and people close to you to a platform where you don't even need that garbled encryption at all. You can just communicate with one another, knowing that only you and the person you're communicating with actually has access. the name that you claim is your own ENS handle that we create for you, but then we disappear completely out of the picture. It's up to you what you do with it. You can configure a password that someone needs to answer before they get to communicate with you at all. And we are lucky enough to have sold 2 founding member accesses to people during this hackathon.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.